What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga. This time I'll be reacting to the final chapter of the Golden Age. I don't think it's the Golden Age arc, I think this whole thing is kind of the Golden Age arc, but I'll be also watching, reading I should say, the Golden Wind, yeah, that's JoJo's, something about wind. That was the name of the original anime, funny enough. Oh no, it wasn't. A Wind of Swords. Which I think translates to what the original name of the original anime was. I think it was Blade Windworks or something like that. That might be Fate again. I might be getting things mixed up, but I did find that quite interesting that the original anime was actually named after the one chapter that was in the manga. That's quite strange, isn't it? I was always kind of questioning that. The title never really fit with the rest of the series, in my opinion. But we'll start with. I think we're in the castle after a huge party, aren't we? Yeah, I think that's is that Caucus right there? I'm not sure who that is, but I think everyone had quite a bit of fun, didn't they? So many wholesome moments last chapter. Again, wasn't my favourite chapter at all. Wasn't that many awesome kind of action sequences and such, but in terms of the characters and developing the characters, was definitely one of my favourite chapters so far. Just again, just nice seeing them all happy and smiling and just relaxing, even though we just faced a battle for our lives. It was again quite fun at the end of the day, wasn't it? Getting everyone together and partying. As Guts sits atop of the castle again by himself, holding his sword, just like Casca did last episode. Was it last chapter? Might have been the chapter beforehand, but again, that's something they both have in common, isn't it? Both sleep with their sword like that. Both had reasonably similar experiences, which you didn't get in the anime. Again, you wouldn't have known that Guts and Casca had similar experiences because Guts' history with Donovan wasn't actually in there, in the anime I should say, sorry, wasn't actually in there, so that's something that actually kind of binds the two even more together that we didn't get in the anime. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this chapter. I completely forgot about that. Let me know what you guys thought about this chapter down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions as well. And let's go guys. Wake up time. Looks like Guts is reminiscing a little bit about last night. That's awesome to see, isn't it? It did feel like he had a bit more fun in the anime. His face kind of wavered for a minute or two during the last chapter yesterday. But it wasn't really a big smile or anything came from him. Again, it was more of a kind of contentness, which is still really nice to see. But just adds a little bit more darkness here in the manga, doesn't it? Adds a little bit more to his character. That guy looks like he's holding a grenade, my dude. Yeah, looks overwhelmingly sad now, right here, doesn't he? Strange ears as well. I never really noticed that. He's got kind of elf ears. Maybe that's a kind of hint at what's his name? Puck, perhaps. You're up early. You must really like high places, don't you? He was born on the well, he wasn't. He was born from a tree which he dropped from. So I guess you could say he doesn't. He likes high places because he was born and found on the ground in the dirt underneath a load of dead people, or he likes them because he was born high up. Either one of them works, I guess. I think I might be clutching at a few straws though. Hey up, want some? How? I never thought I'd be saying that. Hey up. That was a big meme back in the day, Borderlands. Want some? No thanks. How about the Band of the Hawk? How think you'll fit in? I don't know. Hard to say. It's kind of weird. Mercenary bands are never much different. They're savage, made up mostly of rogues and men with shady pasts, you know. I was surprised by how young everyone here is. But that's not all. They didn't really use the best shot for describing that, did they? Everyone here looks reasonably old. We saw a load of young looking mercenaries last episode, didn't we? Loads of them. And that's when I really got an appreciation for the Band of the Hawk being so young. I never really realised it either, but again, last chapter, everyone looked like 17, 18 odd. Again, just from the anime, I thought it was just kind of Jidao and Rika and such that were the younger ones, and Guts, of course. But then again, Guts does look kind of half middle-aged himself by the time he kind of fully develops, doesn't he? Rather than like a 20-year-old. He looks like 40-odd, gone through like countless wars. Here, it's somehow different. I guess maybe we've got escaped prisoners, street urchins, sons of blacksmiths, and even second sons of poor aristocrats in ours. Yep. Well, a little variety is good, even for mercenary bands. I read that the wrong way around, apologies. But, if anything, maybe it's Griffith, I'd say. Those who have been completely charmed by Griffith, those who figure as long as they stick with Griffith, they'll get to see great things. Anyway, all of us are here because of his charisma. On his own, none of us is any big. On his own, no one of us is any big deal. No different from any other mercenary. It's just that unlike other mercenaries, who are so hardened they'd only think about money and their own survival, we're a little different. Around here, while we do spend every blood-filled day killing and being killed, it's strange, but we can also cry, laugh, get angry, whatever. Yeah. That is the difference, isn't it? And again, these moments where they can do all that is so fucking awesome. Griffith. What kind of a guy is he? I don't know. Yet you're all charmed by him. Whoa, hold on. Just listen. How can I put this? Just when you think it looks like he's got some strange wisdom, he seems just kind of just like a kid. Just when you think he has a spine-chilling look on his face, he smiles innocently, like a baby. Is he a child or an adult? A good guy or a villain? I don't really know what he is. Bring up some interesting points here. I think of some very interesting points here. I almost relate to it a little bit, because I've always been that kind of mysterious guy, and no one's ever really been able to figure me out either. So I do relate to this in that way. I don't, and people do say I'm kind of charming in a way, but I kind of never really understood that personally. I think that's just because I'm kind of so passive in some situations. I don't really care about some things as much as other people would. But yeah, look at this. Look at these smiles from this one's a little creepy, I won't lie. But this one here, and it's just like a child who's just got his way. Like he's just asked mum to go to the toy store, and he's just got his way. Fine, we'll go. He's just sitting in the back of the car. Love it, man. But something about him is different from us. There are things that simple mercenaries like us only hear about in absurd drinking tales. Things that he would think. Things that he would think of and do like they were nothing. I can't really describe him. It's not just his swordsmanship and his tactics. Ordinary people like us don't understand Griffith. It might take him longer than a lifetime to achieve it, but I guess he must have some kind of conviction. Conviction? In what? In everything. It's not whether he's a good or a bad guy. It's not whether we really know him or not. Isn't that just how it is when a man gathers other men together? A smile from Jidao. Hey, new guy. The boss is calling you. See ya. Guts. That was a nice little talk, wasn't it? I'm sure you'll find it here. A place where you belong. Sure fucking does. That was a really cool conversation, wasn't it? Again, The artwork's amazing at times, the action scene's beautiful at times, the drawing, so sick, but sometimes just some great character interactions like that. With not too much in the way of kind of action sequences and awesome drawing, just as powerful in a way. Leave just as much of an impression on you. But here we go, naked Griffith. Of course he asks Guts to come when he's taking a bath, naked. Is that not just another sign? Is that not just another sign, man? Could have waited 5 minutes, but he didn't. Ooh. Okay. Hi. Care to join me? It's the best way to sober up. I'll pass. Not got much in the way of a bum, old Griffith. Come on, don't be that way. Ugh, cut it out, moron. We ain't kids. Here we go. And there it is, blasted with water. Looks like he's bleached his hair. What a face. Jug. Oh. Whoop. Not quite. Completely missed. Wow. Oh. There we go. He had two. That almost looks a bit like Puck's face when he's doing his mischievous stuff. Funny enough. I mean, it doesn't really matter for Griffith. He's already having a bath. But look how much fun these guys are having. He does look like a fairy, doesn't he? He does actually reminisce of Puck a little bit, Griffith, in these scenes, doesn't he? Being naked, probably, as to why, because Puck's always naked. But does look a bit like a fairy, elf. I'm not really sure. Can't remember what it is. But yeah, Jadal's having a look. A lot of energy this early. Yeah, having a lot of fun, aren't they? That was a good morning exercise. Ooh. Ooh. Guts. Are you? Now we're even. Wow. Is that Guts? That looks like Casca. I did say that Casca's hair looks a hell of a lot like Guts's, but just downwards rather than upwards. I think I did anyway. Maybe I'm just chatting rubbish there. But wow, that hair looks exactly the same as Casca's, doesn't it? Actually almost looks like her facial wise as well. Ah. Okay, I give up. You really are stubborn, you know. What? That's a weird necklace. Oh. This? Oh god. Here it is. The Behelit. Is it Behelit? It's definitely not Behelit, is it? Behelit. Behelit. Not actually as creepy as it was in the anime, I won't lie. Not quite as creepy. I think in general it's going to be hard to top how creepy this fucking thing was in the anime. When it awakened especially. That was some creepy shit. The anime version was decent, but again the original the anime movie version was decent. The original anime version again was creepy as fuck. Definitely my favourite version of it. I bought this from an old gypsy fortune teller ages ago. The Behelit. See, it's spelled there like Behelit. No EA or AE. Behelit. Behelit. Who knows? Also, called the egg of the king. You see, it's said that whoever possesses this is destined to obtain the world in exchange for his own flesh and blood. The world? Here. As it peeps an eye open. Yeah, that's some creepy ass shit, isn't it? Imagine that, man. Someone held you a necklace and there's an eye that opens on it. That would be freaky as fuck. I don't know what makes it do that, but it's almost like it's alive. That's creepy. Sure fucking is. Neat, huh? Look at his face, man. So cute. He really is tough to read, but probably just a kid. See, Griffith seems so much cuter and very much more like a kid he does in this manga and such. It's been mentioned a few times, hasn't it? He kind of acts like a kid. Sometimes he acts like a hardened soldier. Sometimes he again looks like a kid. In the anime, I kind of got for the most case that he was this kind of distinguished, kind of grown up more than anything. I didn't really get too much of him being childish or like a kid as much as we've already got in the manga so far, which is quite interesting, isn't it? Of course, he had his moments. There were very few moments of him acting childish, very few. But already here, there's been quite a few, hasn't there? Which is quite a big change so far, from what I'm seeing. And again, the homosexual stuff has been turned up a little bit as well in the manga here. He really is tough to read, but probably just a kid. I still haven't heard your answer. And it goes with his later half of the story as well, doesn't it? Just wanting to kind of fulfill that childhood dream of reaching that castle. It makes sense as to why he's still got these childish kind of parts to him, as well as these hardened and ruthless parts as well, of course. Sometimes when you leave little stuff out, it does add up. You think you're just leaving something quite nonchalant out, but it kind of creates a snowball effect where if you leave something out that you feel is nonchalant as well, it kind of takes away from the character at some point. I do understand that not every anime can cover everything from every manga and every light novel, for example, especially light novels. Manga is probably an easier job, to be honest. It's all kind of drawn for you in most cases. There's still a few scenes you'd have to kind of set up from your own imagination, but all the main points are there for you. If you skip them, it's just a bit of almost an insult a little bit. But again, time constraints and such, there's always reasons behind it, isn't there? I still haven't heard your answer. During the battle, why did you come back to save me? Having acquired such an excellent soldier, I didn't want to lose him in such a petty battle. Guts, come along with me. Why are these toenails not looking good right there? oh no, that's just the other part of his other toe. Don't ask me why I was paying that much attention to that. Oh, that's interesting. A couple white birds, doves, hawks maybe. No, they're not hawks. This is more than a single step. All the victories on the battlefield, the band of the hawk, are just the outset, just the beginning. This is where it starts to get interesting. You can bet your life on that. I will get my own kingdom. Get him shining there in the sun. No penis. Is this censored then? Or is this uncensored? I'm not really sure. I wouldn't think they would mind that much putting a penis in it, although I haven't really watched any myself, but I think in Japan they do censor the penis and the vagina, I'm pretty sure, in their kind of porn videos and such. I think they do anyway, so maybe that's the kind of rule or law in Japan, that they have to censor that stuff. I wouldn't have thought that, like I was going to say, I wouldn't have thought they'd be too afraid of putting one in there, considering all the other stuff, but I guess that's somehow seen as worse. I don't really understand how, but I'm not complaining not seeing it, won't I? Not complaining. You'll fight for my cause, because you belong to me. Look at him, man. He's taken aback by how shiny this guy is. How much light this guy brings off. But a lot of light also casts a big shadow, poetically. I will decide the place where you die. Okay. Kind of does. Quite a funny line. Oh, did I even read this? I don't think I did. You will fight for my cause because you belong to me. I will decide the place where you die. If I was Guts, I really wouldn't take this. I wouldn't want to be a possession of someone's. I wouldn't want someone to have this much power over me personally. Although I am a person that does like to have a lot of power and influence over myself, not other people, that's for sure. I don't like trying to control other people, but myself, I'm very much a bit of a control freak when it comes to myself. I make all my decisions. Obviously I do my YouTube stuff. I try it with my work stuff as well. I try to kind of have as much say and impact as I can, and as much control as I can. I think Griffith might be in a similar kind of way, to be honest. Again, I relate to Griffith in quite a few areas. I don't in many of them, but in quite a few areas, I do very much relate to Griffith. Relate to a lot of these guys. Sort of makes them good characters. Get his own kingdom. Just going to change up the song real quick. Oh, nice. Yeah, he wants a place like this. His own kingdom. Ha! Is he for real? He's not nobility nor royalty. He's not even a knight. So the commander of maybe 500 mercenaries is going to snatch up his own kingdom. The punk said all that just like it was a matter of course. He's about the same age as me. Can just one man mean it when he says that? He's crazy. Crazy, but you gotta be crazy to get what you want sometimes. Guts is having a real think about it, isn't it? You can see here he's almost having a laugh at the start, but then he does start taking it seriously. Looking at himself in the reflection of the water. Maybe you're crazy for not doing something like this, wanting something that crazy. What have I been doing these past 4 years? Exactly, now you question yourself and your motives. Apologies guys, my head's just proper itchy. I always do get straight out of the shower when I do these, so I think that's my hair kind of drying in my hat. Running around from one battlefield to the next. Killing enemies. Just surviving. Look at that disgust on his face, right? Pointy nose. Gambino. Doesn't look too bad in this shot, Gambino. But he looked like a creepy motherfucker in the manga. A creepy motherfucker. Where am I going? I still don't have the answer to that question. Gambino. Sir! Guts, sir! Ah! Oh, he's about to get wet yet again. Second time this morning. What's the big idea? I'm sorry. I thought I'd congratulate you. I heard you had 10 men placed under your command. That's amazing. It hasn't even been 2 weeks since you joined us. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 100 men in a year, sir. This has been one wet day. Sure has. Now you've really earned a place in the band of the Hawk. Congratulations. That's cute as hell, isn't it? As much as it's a bit of a pain getting wet. That's cute as hell. Old Rika, little celebratory. He's so happy for it. It's nice seeing someone so happy for another person like this. Honestly, it's a rare occasion. Really rare occasion in real life. Really rare occasion in real life. People only care about themselves a lot nowadays, and people get taught nowadays to just care about themselves and be careful of other people and such. It takes away a lot of moments like this where someone has genuine joy for the success of another person. Mostly nowadays, people want to watch people fail and descend into chaos, which is what it is. But like I did just say, chaos seems to be the most popular thing nowadays. People want to see people crazy and kind of ruin themselves and kind of ruin their lives and do chaotic stuff. Like I Show Speed, for example. I like that guy, and he's fucking got some hilarious clips, but people love him because of the chaos he causes and the potential danger he causes to both himself and the people around him, which is just going to end up in trouble, of course. And people love watching that. People love watching the downfall of other people, as opposed to stuff like this. If for example, if what I just mentioned was a YouTube video, and if this was a YouTube video, this would have 100 views, and that would have 100,000 views. That's what I'm trying to say. Which kind of sucks, doesn't it? For now, just call me Guts. Everyone has that though. Everyone has, like horror movies, for example. I loved horror movies back in the day. I still love horror movies, and one of the reasons for that was, I imagine, because we got to see other people in horrific situations and see how they deal with it. And as a kid, used to get scared by having a thinking there was like a demon under the bed, for example. I used to have this closet that door would sometimes swing open. I used to be fucking so scared of that, thinking that there was someone in there sometimes. And sometimes you just want to see how someone else kind of deals with that stuff. But yeah, I don't want to bring back that memory again. I used to have in my room a cupboard I'd never opened. I used to have this Darth Maul backpack in there, which I was absolutely fucking so scared of. I didn't even watch Star Wars. That was the thing. I didn't watch Star Wars till I was like 16, 15. This was when I was 10, so I just had this scary ass Darth Maul bag in there. I think that was one of the reasons I was so frightened to go in that fucking cupboard. Yeah, for now. For now, just call me Guts. For now. Oh dear, Pippin. A lot of wetness today. Pippin! You fathead blob. Blog, I think that says actually. How are you not smarter than that, Casca? You've just witnessed like what's it called, like Three Musketeers. That's definitely not what I'm looking for. Can't remember what I'm looking for. Three Stooges, like Three Stooges gag right here, and you just stare it on. This has been another great chapter for character relations, hasn't it? Another great chapter. Looks like we're on the move again. Again, imagine how tedious this must be, drawing all these guys looking very similar and having to put that exact amount of detail into each of them. Some of these are look cool as hell. Catapults in the back. So what's going on here then? Oh look, yeah, looks like we're headed to another battle. Casca's with that fucking stupid ass helmet on again. You know what I found quite interesting? Why is it that, I mean, it's obviously fitting for his character, but why is it that both Griffith's helmet and his battle, when he goes to battle and such, is the exact same shape as the helmet he wears when he's getting tortured? Is that just a big coincidence, or because it isn't the same helmet? The one when he's getting tortured is like a torturing kind of helmet, I think. Is that just a coincidence then? Not really sure. I really don't like Guts' armor at this point as well either, to be honest with you guys. But all of it's fine except for the helmet. The helmet just looks a bit stupid. I mean, I know it's not meant to be for looks, but it's also not very effective either. It's reasonably effective if you're getting hit with a side strike, but who's going to side strike you like that in a, especially in the head during a war? Not many people. Mostly it will be this straight up stabbing and spears, and even with a sword stabbing like that. So it's again just pretty fucking useless in my opinion. If anything, that impedes your vision like fuck towards the middle. It means your right eye won't be able to look where your left eye is looking. Yeah, just impedes your vision if anything. This is a fucking sick shot. Well, I found the thumbnail. That is a sick shot, unless there's one better in the next chapter. But yeah, that was a really... It almost looks like a unicorn with the sword coming out like that, doesn't it? That is sick. There's the holster for the sword. Of course, another beautifully drawn horse. The horses drawn absolutely amazing, aren't they? I've seen a lot of horse drawings as well, because my mum absolutely loves horses. She used to ride quite a lot, I think, and yeah, she's got plenty of pictures and such, so I've seen a fair few, and these are some of the best looking ones I think I've ever seen. The Golden Age 8 end. Yeah, again, really awesome chapter there. Again, not too much in terms of the artwork. There was some really nice artwork at the end here. Not too much in terms of the artwork or amazing action sequences, but in terms of, again, the developing the characters, seeing them create these bonds and just have some fun. It's just fucking awesome, isn't it? But yeah, we'll move on to the next chapter now. Oh, we've got the classic intro now, have we? This one almost feels a little bit shorter. I can say it. I can't say it in Japanese. I can't remember that fully. I remember quite a bit of it. Kono Sekai ni. In this world, is the destiny of mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law? Or is it like the hand of God hovering from above? At least it is true that man has no control even over his own will. There's no such thing as destiny, is the answer to that. But I guess their destiny is kind of controlled by a transcendental entity / law. And it is the God hand, so you are right in saying that. Is this the same hand that comes up when Griffith gets turned into Femto? I think it is, isn't it? Like the hand of the devil. At least it is true that man has no control, even over his own will. Man takes up his... Oh, we got another one. Man takes up the sword in order to shield the small wound in his heart, sustained in a far-off time beyond remembrance. Man wields the sword so that he may die, smiling in some far-off time beyond perception. Like what the Vikings believed back in the days, to go to Valhalla, die there. That'd be an honourable death on the battlefield. And then you get taken to Valhalla. I don't know all that much about that, but did cover it. Obviously watched Vinland Saga, but did cover it a little bit during primary school, I think. Which is an interesting time to be teaching people about Vikings. Primary school. Obviously they didn't tell us about the kind of rapings and stuff like that. There's Zod. I think we're going to see him today. That's a sick image of him there, isn't it? Blood splattered all over his sword. Same sword he gives Guts. Looking forward to seeing more of him in this. But I think you guys did mention that there's some cut out bits with Skull Knight and Zod. I think anyway. Could be getting that wrong. But yeah, obviously straight in the bout today. This guy's armor looks stupid. This guy looks creepy. Creepy as fuck. There's this guy. And this one. That crooked smile. They all look like proper English Proper English chavs. Oh my god. This is like a Where's Wally? Jesus Christ. How much details in this stuff. The war has gone on for 100 years. Cannon fire. This motherfucker getting blown out. Jesus Christ, imagine drawing this. This would take me like 24 hours to draw just this. Jesus Christ. Just look how, imagine drawing all these fucking spears. All these spears have got to fit in and not kind of cover up all this stuff. And there's so many spears. It's just madness, man, isn't it? You really just got to appreciate this stuff. Even though, again, there's no major kind of movements or actions happening here. Two sides kind of collapsing on one is the kind of movement of this image. But it's just the extreme amount of fucking detail in such a small area towards the back alley, all the way here to the front. It's crazy. And every like there's a few kind of similar and same suits of armor, but everyone looks different as well. Everyone's got a different pose. Everyone's got a different helmet, a different action, different weapon. Crazy. Like you can look at this for 10 minutes and you'll see something new every second. That was nuts. And again, it's brilliant how they left this divide between them to actually, it's a very small divide of open space, but it just tells you that these two sides are collapsing on each other. Again, it's just fucking crazy. This page could have easily been an absolute mess. It could have been absolutely easily been an absolute mess, but Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. This guy getting lanced right in the fucking mouth. Jesus Christ. Thing is, that guy's probably not even dead. Got to live with that. Well, he'll die out from the blood eventually, but could actually survive. Who was it going around with this huge fucking spear? I did call it by its correct name a minute ago. Lance, that's the one. He's going around with this huge lance. Didn't really see too many lances in the anime, did we? It's a powerful weapon, especially on a horse. That much weight and that much damage packed into that one point, that'll fuck you up, that will. Oh my god, these guys' armor looks sick. They look like Omastar's kind of soldiers with the fossil on the top of the head, almost. That's getting trampled on. That was a cool shot of the horses, but yeah, look at these guys. These guys are cool as hell, don't they? I love a lot of the armor designs in this series. I can't wait to see some of the later ones because it gets better as it goes on, the armor designs. But again, these guys are cool as hell. Almost looks like brains. Again, almost looks like kind of fossils covering their head. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Can't imagine it's that useful, but again, design-wise, cool as hell. Onward! Onward! Trample them down! Show the whole land how valiant we are of the Black Ram Iron Lance Heavy Cavalry. Always got these long ass names as well, haven't they? The Black Ram Iron Lance Heavy Cavalry. Lance. Yeah, now we know why they've got lances. Again, powerful weapon. But, powerful as they may be, they're not like a sword where every edge is sharp and could potentially kill you. It is literally just that point. If you miss with that point, you're dead. So, bit of a risky weapon as well. Kill them! Crush them! What a disaster. To think that a mere 3,000 horsemen could confound us. Sorry. Reporting, sire. The enemy's Black Ram Iron Lance Heavy Cavalry are so fierce that we're sustaining heavy losses. At this rate, even our headquarters may be in danger. Ugh. What are our generals doing? Anyone will do. Anyone. Is there no one in Midland who can stop these black devils of Chunda? Of Chuda, sorry. Chunda. Of Chuda. Is that how you spell Tudor? I thought it was Tudor. I think it is Tudor. If that's the same Tudor he's mentioning. Ah! Onward! Onward! That's some strange text there for that hat. That Guts looking beefed up. And I think that's Griffith's horse, isn't it? Or am I just tripping? No, I'm tripping, aren't I? That armor on the horse is very different. That's one of the guys from the yeah, I've already forgotten. I don't want to read that name again. The Black Webbers. Yeah, his Guts looking even more built. Got a fat back lip. I mean, he's got a little bit more of an attitude, seemingly. Even his hands looking grown up now, isn't it? I did mention this last chapter. Not every time, but a lot of the time, again, Guts's and everyone else's horses have eyes, and Griffith's horse never have eyes. Is that some kind of symbolism or something? I'm not really sure. But that's a cool ass shot, isn't it? I really feel the power in that. Nonsense! One horseman's against. Here we go. I knew I'd be saying it a lot. One horseman against the Black Ram Iron Lance Heavy Cavalry. Can you guys not think of that synonym like BRIL? Brillhook. We call him Brillhook. So be it. We'll mow you down. Now we got another big shot here. Right through the chest. Yeah, I thought this would be something that like Griffith wears with these kind of feathers on. Quite saintly like Griffith. Change up the song again real quick. How long have I been recording? 45 minutes. Alright. So yeah, it should be about an hour long, I imagine. Same as usual. Apologies, last one was quite short. You know what, this OST actually fits this quite well. Jesus, man. Oh my god. Guts cracking this guy in the stomach, which is not that impressive. I wasn't that impressed by this. The artwork's again really nice, but then he just chucks him back into all these soldiers. Look at the lance there, right in midair as well. Such a cool. I think they're cool as hell weapons. Again, I think I've got that impression from Digimon Tamers. Again, Digimon heralded as the best by a lot of people. It wasn't ever my favourite. The original's still my favourite, though I haven't watched it in a very long time. But always like the main character's main Digimon with the lance. Played a lot of the Digimon Rumble game, Digimon Rumble Arena 2 as well, and used to play as that character quite a lot. It's amazing looking back on how much Japan and Japanese anime and media was in my childhood, and I had no fucking idea. Like, no idea at all. I thought it was all American. And I was watching the American dub, which is as to why I thought that. It was very Americanized. But, no. Most of my brilliant childhood kind of ideas and fantasies and such came from Japan. Aye! Wow! Let's go, Cats. What happened to this guy? What happened to this guy? His head's gone. I think his arm's gone as well. It's actually a struggle to know what happened to this guy. You know something's come off his body. Ooh, cut right in half. Again, we're getting more detail. It seems like there's going to be less of this blood gushing out and more detail inside. I'm hoping for that as it goes on. As sick as that sounds, I am hoping to see more of the insides. Look how many heads are missing. Look how many of these guys' heads are missing. Jesus Christ. On an absolute rampage. You know what I was thinking last night, actually, before I was going to bed? Berserk, anime, and the movies. You know what? It's one of those series, isn't it? It would either be mediocre or decent, or it depends how you handle it. Because I don't know why I was dreaming about this. It's strange. But again, you can kind of handle it mediocrely and make an alright anime, make some alright scenes and such. But nowadays, if the right studio got their hands on this and didn't skip a lot of stuff, and it was produced nicely, and the action scenes were kind of mapper slash ufotable level, this would be one of, if not maybe the best anime ever released, right? Like, surely the story's that good. The story's already there, if you know what I'm saying. That part's already completed. Again, it's just the kind of animation on the fight scenes and such. If all that came together, this would be one of the greatest and best anime of all time. And it's kind of strange that no one's ever. Well, people have tried with Berserk, haven't they? We've seen a few anime adaptations, but it's strange that we haven't had a proper kind of a kind of a faithful representation of Berserk and a kind of full representation of Berserk. Like I mentioned, that it would probably be one of, if not the best anime ever created. So I find it kind of maybe it is because the artwork's so damn good in the manga and such that it's just so hard to kind of replicate in anime form, and that's why many people kind of turn it down. Perhaps I'm amazed that it hasn't got that kind of top class anime adaptation. It'd be like a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but probably better. Who knows? Maybe they're just kind of waiting for the manga to end or something. At some point, they've got to redo it again. And if it's done well again, I think it would definitely be one of my favourite animes of all time. It would be the 4th time I'll be watching it. Don't break rank. Apologies, guys. I just went on an absolute tangent there. As it happened this whole video, to be fair. He's only one rider. Surround him. Don't let him move. That's Your Majesty. Look. There's Griffith, right at the front. Getting loads of cool big shots in this chapter, aren't we? Lots of them. I wouldn't have minded lots of big shots last chapter, to be honest. Again, there wasn't that much action or chances for kind of greatly detailed drawings. But I wouldn't have minded like a big shot of one of the scenes of Griffith smiling, for example. Again, probably not the best use of it, but would have been pretty cool. Yeah, obviously best used for these establishing shots. Tell them what's going on in the battlefield. Look at them riding through Guts' mess. The huge hole that Guts fucking put in this army. What's going on with it? Why is it muted? That was strange. We've got another one straight after as well. Oh shit. The Band of the Hawk! The mercenary band led by the White Hawk, Griffith, the Grim Reapers of the battlefield. Now that's a badass name to be known by. The Grim Reapers of the battlefield. Oh, he does have eyes in this shot. Interesting. So I've been so what I said before means absolutely nothing. But I love the kind of, it's not armor at all, is it? It's just for show. This kind of coat over his horse. Maybe it's not to get the blood on his horse, perhaps. Doesn't want to wash the blood off his horse. It's white though, so it's got a stain. But that's a sick shot, isn't it? I'm not sure what fucking picture I'm going to use for the thumbnail. Definitely a contender. Can we see anyone we recognise in the back here? I don't think so. That might be Pippin. I kind of doubt it, but it might be. This guy looks like RoboCop right here. Again, who would narrow their vision like this in a suit of armour? And this as well. Look at that. That is so stupid. It's not even straight. It's literally curved upwards. What a nightmare. The Grim Reapers of the battlefield. Just look how much higher these guys are, man. Who's it with this axe? Surely an axe is one of the worst possible weapons on this battlefield as well. Although, use anything, right? Retreat! Retreat! Gotta love these guys' logo as well. A sword and an axe. On a shield. Like, what's the use for this? We'll just put a sword and an axe because it's meant to defend against those on there. Simple thoughts of the kind of Middle Ages. Who's that on the left? I can't tell. That was a quite easy and quick win, wasn't it? Guts doing most of the work. Griffith got a nice little smile on his face. Corcus very happy, of course. But again, who's this on the left here? Not really sure. Good work. Yep, Griffith, Guts, sorry. Fully grown now, isn't he? Fully grown. Again, just doesn't look right with the skinnier body type, does he? Doesn't look right at all. As we walk our way out, or ride our way out, I guess. Captain! Captain Guts! You were great, Captain. Riding out there alone. That was so cool. I'm still shaking just thinking about it. You're the star of this victory. Oh man. Don't flatter me. That's awesome, isn't it, man? That's so awesome. The appreciation on the first times in life. Guts, as well as last chapter, of course, actually received some kind of thank you, appreciation. People actually look up to him in a manner. Nice to see. And it's just a shame things can't stay this way. And again, another shot where we can actually tell that all these guys are really young men, aren't they? What's going on with this guy? Oh, that's just the speech bubble. I'm always wearing some kind of crazy chicken hat or something. That's the leader of the Hawks Raiders for you, Captain Guts. That's our boss, right? Yeah. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I went and charged out there by myself. Come on, what's that for? To get to brag about our commands. To get to brag about our commander to all the other units. Damn straight. Time to drink up. Let's toast him. Captain Guts. Casca walks in. Casca hasn't really had that much of a chance to shine so far, has she? Which I wasn't expecting. But there's the injured soldiers. Big sis Casca. Unit Commander Casca. We need to talk. Could you come with me for a bit? Captain Guts, sir? You guys get started. I'll be there later. Yes, sir. What's that about? You think they're going to fight again? Got me. Those two are famous for being at each other's throats ever since Captain Guts joined the Band of the Hawk 3 years ago. It's probably about how he rode off on his own earlier. Yeah, Casca is looking a little pissed off, isn't she? What are you trying to do? About what? Don't play dumb with me. Your job was to lead your unit alongside mine to provide flank support and containment for the main body's charge into the enemy. Absolutely raging at him right here. But you broke away from your men and then charged the enemy head on alone? Were you trying to be a hero or something? You might have gotten lucky and done well, but your selfish behaviour could have exposed the entire Band of the Hawk to danger. You should try remembering your place. She slaps him. You fucking backer. But yeah, look at her. She's raging right now. Sorry about that. I'll be careful from now on. You always say that. They're just words. And then you do the same thing all over again. Practically nothing about you's changed in the past 3 years. Ever since that time you went off on Griffith. Interesting she says that, considering what we saw a second ago with Guts thinking about what his last 4 years have been like. You're satisfied. You're satisfied as long as you just get your cross swords with the enemy. You don't think about your comrades one bit. You're just a mad dog. We know a mad guy and a dog he had called Gambino, didn't we? A mad dog. I don't think that has any relation, but it's true though. Just a mad dog. Casca's taken a little bit surprised by that. Say it again. Say that one more time. Oh, it's because he grabbed her wrist. Say it one more time. That's enough, you two. Middle Ages don't care about your sexism here. We'll attack girls if we have to. Nor about kids either. They'll kill kids if they have to as well. Griffith. I'll have a talk with Guts. Awaken my masters. Alright, gotta skip this. Griffith. I'll have a talk with Guts. Crazy how their relationship changes so much, isn't it? 3 years and they've hardly really said a word to each other. But from what we got a minute ago, seems like when they have off screen, they've just been at each other's throats. You're too soft on him, Griffith. That must really stink, Casca. Caucus? He's Griffith's favourite after all. Let's face it, arguing with him just makes you look bad. What do you say? I'm there if you ever want to off him. As she trips him up. Yeah. Sorry. Damn it. Whew. You two really don't get along. Here, it's been 3 years already. Think about them. I do think about my comrades. I'm not who I used to be. He does. He does. He does think about them, doesn't he? As much as his actions don't really show it, he does. I remember. 3 years ago, the duel that decided you would join the band of the Hawk instead of wandering battlefields. That fight was enjoyable. It was how fights should be. Come on, let's go. The wine's all out. Pretty sure that's not meant to be there. The wine's all about you this time. Griffith, I'm sorry about today's battle. Even that part of you is a part of my plan. In what way do you mean that, Griffith? Even that part of you, part of my plan. What is recklessness? Recklessness is he did kind of gather from Guts' fighting style early on, didn't he? That he was kind of like a mad loose dog. He just got as close to death as possible just to survive. I think it's just saying he kind of factored that into his equation. Here we are in the church. This is utterly unprecedented. A commoner attaining the title of knighthood? And court ranking at that? What on earth is the king thinking? But this last battle, the Band of the Hawk certainly did display much merit. So what of this stupid bunch of rabble? Without war, mercenaries would be nothing but then thieves. In the name of God and the Spirit, I bestow the status of knight upon thee. But in the face of this, we cannot afford to remain idle. Certainly we must not make light of their battlefield exploits. It's only a matter of time before he makes his move. Be valiant, with all due courtesy, as well as faithfulness. Now that we keep distinguishing ourselves in battle, even the court officials will have no choice but to recognise our power. It ain't just knight status. Griffith's a viscount. Wait, what? You know a word like that, Caucus? I've got no idea what that word means. It ain't just knight status. Griffith's a viscount now. A viscount. This means we can say bye-bye to being wretched mercenaries and join the regular army. If you know that, then watch your tongue, Caucus. This is a formal ceremony. From now on, any insubordination from us could possibly cause trouble for Griffith. We can't go on being a backwards army of bumpkins the way we have been till now. Wow, I really cannot imagine Casca saying that. We can't go on being a backwards army of bumpkins. That definitely means something similar but different in Japanese, doesn't it? Yeah, I understand, Commander Casca. Jeez, you're more strict than my old lady. Hey, ceremony. What? Hang on, where is he? Again? Blasted bumpkins. These country bumpkins, man. 190, 198, 199, 200. Oh my god. What was that? Wood? Is that a log of wood? Yeah, it's a log of wood wrapped around a sword just for even more weight. Even more weight on that arm. Explains why you can slash so fast, doesn't it? So it'll be even lighter next time he actually holds it. As Griffith kisses the sword. Let's hope it wasn't a rusty sword. And yeah, I think this is about where we're going to end it today, isn't it? Yep. A Wind of Swords End. Again, I do find it so strange how this is the title you got for the anime series. Why? Why not just call it Berserk? That's a common theme nowadays with remakes, isn't it? A lot of remakes are actually just call themselves the original, like Resident Evil, for example. And instead of like so and so number 4 or so and so the remake, it is just The Thing, for example, is just The Thing a third time as the title, which is, I find, stupid as fuck. It's so hard to actually then find on streaming services, but yeah, I do find it really, again, quite strange how they called it a Wind of Swords for the original anime, which has very little to do with the rest of the series. I mean, there was a lot of cool moments in this chapter, don't get me wrong. There's some nice drawings, but none of this really has any big implications on the rest of the story, does it? Except for this end bit here with them joining the this kind of kingdom. But cool shot to end on there, isn't it? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, a bit of a longer one today. Just gotta turn the song off real quick. Yeah, a bit of a longer one today. Hopefully the rest of the reactions like this will be about this long going forward. I did mention last chapter that the chapters will keep getting shorter and shorter as it goes on, so maybe it will kind of have a little bit of an effect on the videos and they might get slightly shorter, but I'm hoping to aim for about an hour, about 45 minutes to an hour per video. This one might go a little bit over that, but in general, some really nice moments today. I think I preferred the first chapter to this second one that we did read here. Again, loads of awesome character moments in that first chapter between a lot of the characters. There were pretty cool kind of character dynamics in this one as well, but mostly in terms of the negative with Casca and Guts, for example, and then some cool moments with Griffith and Guts, but again, the negative with Casca and Guts and Caucus as well being involved, whereas with the chapter before this, it was much more about the kind of positive kind of aspect and how these how Guts' comrades are affecting his life now and how he actually cares for them. Although, as I mentioned, his actions don't really prove it from what he'd done in this chapter, do they? But yeah, really awesome couple chapters in general. Really love this shot especially. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one down in the comment section. Another really awesome couple chapters. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. I'll be back on Monday next week with I think it's a new chapter starting out, is it? We're still on novel volume 5, sorry. And yeah, we'll be starting Nosferatu Zod chapter 1, which I thought we were going to get into today, but we've started that next time. And as you can see here, the few chapters we read were about 40 each, and these ones are going to be about 20. So I might try and get done maybe all of them next time. Might do 2 and might do it as a bit of a shorter video for the 2 videos next week, and then back to normal the week after. Depends how it goes really, but yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one down in the comment section, and have a good rest of your day, guys.